The second you fall asleep, it all just goes back to the start.
I drove all the way back home to Austin, and I still woke up here.
One time I smoked a bunch of crystal and made it all the way to Equatorial Guinea. It was a huge waste of time.
This movie obviously takes place in an infinite time loop. So what's one ridiculous thing that you would do if you were stuck in an infinite time loop?
Probably just a lot of drug-related stuff.
I was gonna say I would try every drug.
Like, yeah. You can do things and then the next morning there's no repercussion.
Right.
That is a huge part of my fear is like, but then I would get addicted and then I would have problems. And like, this would be a way to truly take away all of the negatives.
Yeah. I think that, and then depending on where I was, like, I would probably try to like, I don't know why this answer is coming to my brain because it's weird, but like I would try to like befriend wild animals, like see if I could do
it. Wait, that is so iconic. I would wonder if the drug hangover would like then translate into the next day. But yeah, so down for that one. I know that most of this movie isn't improv, but Cristin, I've been watching a lot of your interviews and I heard you say in one that one of your favorite scenes in this movie is completely ad-libbed. So I was hoping you could tell us what that scene is and why it is your favorite.
Well, it's not entirely ad-libbed, but what I do with one of the lines was not part of it. And that was because I wanted to get a reaction out of Andy. It's the it's the hook scene. And I wanted to like, that part wasn't planned, like what I'm wearing and like how I say it. And like, I can't remember, maybe some of it's improvised, but like that was always part of it, was that like he was the hero of the scene, I was the villain or whatever. And it's one of my favorite because like, I don't know, I grew up watching Beetlejuice. That was like a deeply seminal film for me. And like any time that I'm allowed to just like completely go nuts and like get weird and wild is like, that's what I have been dreaming of doing since I was a kid. I would do a whole movie as that character.
Yeah. Andy, what was your favorite improv moment in the film?
At one point, I ripped my shirt open and Cristin just goes, "Nice." I think it's in the trailer now even.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Nice. That's like the reaction you want. I feel like if you're a guy and you just take your shirt off.
Yeah.
That's like that dream reaction. When I am so obsessed with this film, like when people ask me about it, I'm like, it's like an effed up 51st Dates meets Groundhog Day meets Russian Doll. How are both of you inspired by these classic time loop movies? And why do you think people love them so much?
I mean, I have my own, first of all, I've never seen Groundhog Day, but I have seen I was a huge Russian Doll fan. I think Russian Doll is like incredible.
Yes.
I think it's because we're like all revisiting this thing of like, that no matter what our circumstances are, we can't escape ourselves. Mm. And I think that's like what makes them all so special, personally. Yeah.
I think that combined with the fun and games of no repercussions.
Yes.
Such wish fulfillment there, which is a very like studio thing to say, but like it's true. When you watch something, it kind of makes you feel like a little kid where you're actually free to try crazy shit again.
Yeah.
That it's not going to actually hurt anyone or have harmful repercussions in the long term. Letting go of thinking ahead is such something that we all wish we could do as adults.
Right. Just like living with no regrets. I totally agree. It's like the ultimate freedom. They're wrapping me up. So I have to know before I go, what would Peralta from Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Tracy from How I Met Your Mother, what's the most ridiculous thing they would do in an infinite time loop?
I don't know. What was her vibe?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I was going to be like, can I pick a different character? Like, I was like trying to think of like someone I've played that would like really light shit up. I think like the woman I played in Black Mirror. I mean, that was also like, I guess actually like a version of a time loop, but she really, she doesn't suffer fools. I feel like she would do some like really incredible stuff.
Yeah. The two of them would probably end up on a pretty cool adventure.
Yeah.
Both problem-solving personalities.
Yeah.
A lot of sleuthing.
Yeah, lots of sleuthing.
There's a bomb in the cake. Don't worry, I used to be a bomb guy. Stand back!
Oh my God! My first question to you is, what's one ridiculous thing you would do if you were stuck in an infinite time loop?
What wouldn't I do? I mean, something super dangerous.
Yeah, I would do something really dangerous. I think living without fear, because you're gonna get pulled out of it. Living without fear would be incredible.
Like, I feel like I wouldn't be scared to do skydiving.
No, you'd be like honest with people and stand up for people that were being shitty. Yeah, I would do well.
I get in a fist fight, I think. I'd try to get in more fist fights because I wouldn't be so scared of getting injured. But I feel like, I'm so, like, I've never gotten to do that. Not that I promote violence, but like, I want to be able to defend myself and like punch someone back if they attack. You know what I mean? I want that confidence to be like, oh yeah, you want to fight?
Together, I'd let you hit me.
I feel so energized. All right, let's go right now, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd walk up to like any guy. I feel like I just have no fear at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, because this movie takes place in an infinite time loop, what was it like shooting scenes over and over again? And was it ever confusing? Because I'm assuming like most films, you're shooting things out of order. So was that hard for you guys to wrap your heads around?
I think because most things shoot out of order, it wasn't that strange. But I think it's also pretty easy to remember because it'd be like, oh, this is the night of the wedding when there's a bomb in the cake, or this is the night of the wedding when Andy asks blah, 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 blah. Like, I think there's just, as long as you could remember that one specific situation that happens on that one night, then you were good.
Yeah. And the context and the situations are so crazy, like with the bomb and the cake stuff, that you're just kind of reacting to what's going on.
Yeah.
For me, when Niles, Andy's character, is like acting bizarre to me as his girlfriend, it's kind of like she has no idea she's in a loop. She's just, every day is just the same for her and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it was weirdly not that odd.
Yeah, that makes sense, Meredith. Your character, I just have to say, anything you ever play is just such a blast to watch because you commit so hard. I was wondering, watching this film, did you have to cry over and over again, or did you do it once and then they just played that scene over?
I probably did it in a few takes. I think, is it the one when I cry to him, that scene? Yeah. I think I probably did it a couple times. I can't quite remember if it was and over again. I think it wasn't a very long scene. It's the scenes that you do, and I'm sure Camila can relate to this, that are like 3-page criers. That's like getting there every time. But yeah, I think we did it a few different ways, but we moved pretty fast. It still was an indie movie, so we were kind of trucking along.
Wow. It sounds grueling almost, like a very grueling schedule.
No.
It didn't feel grueling. I think it feels more fun and quick pace. Yeah. I think it's nice to have a fast pace because you're like trying to beat the clock and everyone's like, all right, game time.
Yeah.
Right. Nice. Well, Cami, there's a question I wanted to ask you that I feel like most people are going to be thinking after they finish watching this film. We wanted to know, what did the character Sarah whisper to your character? And then what did Cristin, the actress, actually whisper to you on set? Because it was a very lost in translation moment.
Ooh, I wonder what she actually said to me. That I don't remember.
Okay.
But what I think was pretty clear in the movie was that she's whispering the secret that I don't want to say it because I don't want it to be in the interview and ruin the surprise.
Say it.
I can't say it because it's going to ruin the whole most of the movie.
Yeah.
I can't reveal that.
I respect that. Honestly, we all love you on Riverdale so much. So it was really cool to see you in this. What was it like not playing a teenager, and how did you approach this character differently?
Well, what I found in talking in my other interviews is that Veronica's actually kind of like a little adult. And I think all the characters in Riverdale are kind of like mini adults. I mean, Veronica runs 3 businesses and she's just such a boss that I feel like she acts like an adult as it is. So it didn't feel super different. If anything, it felt more different to play a different kind of personality, someone who is a little bit softer.
Everything that we are doing is meaningless.
I hope it's not all meaningless.
At least you have each other. Nothing worse than going through this shit alone.